If you feel like the truth is being kept from us, know that you're not alone. I'm Detective Ozma, and my mission is to dig up the evidence behind the mysteries they want to bury. Today, I'm opening a file that begins with two men, alone by a river, in what should have been an ordinary night, and ends as one of the most discussed encounters of the 1970s. October 11, 1973. Pascagoula, Mississippi. Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker were fishing along the river when something interrupted that routine. A sound broke the silence, followed by a light that drew their attention toward the water. At first, it was just something unusual in the distance. But this time something strange approached. According to their account, what happened next was quick. They described losing control of their movements as an object approached and figures appeared near them. In a short time, they went directly to the police and reported the incident. And this decision generated something rare in cases like this, a documented reaction almost immediately, before the story had time to unfold. When I opened the case, the structure became clear: a shared account, an immediate report, and a reaction recorded in real time. So tonight, we examine the evidence. Evidence 1, the encounter. On the night of October 11, 1973, Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker reported observing a bright blue-white light accompanied by a distinct mechanical buzzing sound along the Pascagoula River. According to their testimony, the light approached from above the water and was followed by the appearance of three humanoid figures. Both men described the entities as having a rigid, almost artificial appearance, with claw-like hands and minimal facial features. They reported being unable to move as the figures approached and were then taken aboard an object, where they experienced what they interpreted as a physical examination. One detail that stands out is the consistency between both accounts regarding the sequence: light, approach, immobilization, and examination. This is direct testimony from both witnesses, without physical evidence confirming the described event. Evidence 2, the secret recording at the sheriff's office. Shortly after the incident, both men reported the event to the Jackson County Sheriff's Department. During the initial investigation, officers left the two men alone in an interview room while secretly recording their conversation, without their knowledge. The purpose was to observe whether their story would change or break down when they were no longer being questioned. Instead, the recording captured a conversation marked by distress, confusion, and attempts to process what had happened. The two men questioned each other, revisited details, and expressed fear about the experience. Importantly, there was no indication in that recording of rehearsal, contradiction, or coordination of a fabricated story. This recording remains one of the most cited elements of the case because it documents the witness's immediate reaction, not a later retelling. According to documented accounts, investigators conducted an interview and then left the room while keeping a recording device active, without informing them. The intention was to observe whether inconsistencies would appear once they were alone. Instead, the recording captured a conversation marked by confusion, fear, and attempts to understand what had just happened. This is a documented record of their immediate reaction, captured within hours of the reported event. Evidence 3, polygraph testing. Both witnesses reportedly underwent polygraph testing after the incident. According to available reports, the results indicated no clear signs of deception, and this has often been cited as support for their credibility. However, polygraph tests measure physiological responses, not objective truth. Stress, fear, and belief can all produce similar results. This makes the polygraph relevant as a measure of perceived sincerity, but not as confirmation of what actually occurred. Evidence 4, long-term consistency and later testimony. Over the years, both Hickson and Parker maintained their accounts in interviews, documentaries, and written statements. While minor variations appeared over time, which is common in long-term recollection, the core structure of the event remained consistent. Additionally, a later witness came forward claiming to have seen a light and disturbance in the same area on that night, although this testimony surfaced well after the initial incident. This evidence contributes to the continuity of the narrative, but must be weighed alongside the effects of time, memory, and external influence. Before I close this file, two final pages stand out. Hypothesis 1, the conventional interpretation. From a cautious perspective, this case can be approached through known psychological and environmental factors. One possibility is that the experience involved a state of extreme stress combined with altered perception. Under certain conditions, individuals can experience temporary paralysis, vivid sensory impressions, and a strong sense of presence that feels entirely real. This framework can account for key elements of the report, including immobilization, perceived entities, and the structured nature of the experience. The consistency between the two accounts may also be explained by shared context and immediate discussion after the event, which can reinforce a common narrative. In this interpretation, the experience remains genuine to the witnesses, while the cause may lie in mechanisms that are not fully understood, but are within known human perception. Hypothesis 2, the unresolved interpretation. The alternative interpretation focuses on the timing, consistency, and documented reaction. Two individuals report the same sequence of events. They seek authorities shortly after. And their private conversation reflects confusion and fear that appears spontaneous and unfiltered. There is no physical evidence confirming the nature of what they described. At the same time, there is no single conventional explanation that fully accounts for the combination of shared experience, immediate reporting, and recorded reaction. Because of that, the case remains open, not as proof of something extraordinary, but as an event that was documented in real time and has not been fully explained. The Pascagoula incident remains one of the most discussed cases of its time, not because it was confirmed, but because it resists a complete explanation. And if you've been following these investigations, take a moment to subscribe and leave a like. It helps keep these cases alive, and brings more of these files back into the light. I'm Detective Ozma, and I'll keep gathering every fragment, every testimony, and every piece of evidence they try to erase. Many stories get buried, but never forever. If you, or someone you know, has ever witnessed something unexplainable, leave your story in the comments. Or, if you'd rather stay anonymous, send it to the email pinned below. Who knows, maybe the next file I open will be yours.